A public interest litigation has been filed in the Delhi High Court by Swatantra Jan Awas Foundation, highlighting alleged financial irregularities in Delhi government schools. The PIL also exposes gaps in budget allocation, inadequate infrastructure, teacher shortages, and poor menstrual hygiene management. To discuss this further, we have with us Advocate Vasundhara Shankar, who has filed this PIL. Welcome, ma'am. My first question is, what specific findings and research prompted the Swatantra Jan Awas Foundation to find this PA?
Sure, thank you. So I will just like to give you a little bit of brief introduction about what Swatantra Jan Awas Foundation does, which will also answer your question. Swatantra Jan Awas Foundation is basically a platform where we want to raise the voice of the people on behalf of the people, and talk about issues that we think are prevalent in today's society and are affecting general citizens and people at large. So when were a part of, I was personally a part of a press conference that was held, on behalf of Dr. Shubh Gupta, who's the individual who has done some very detailed research on the, Delhi's education policy. And when we saw the data that he has been able to collate and the report that he has created, we actually were driven to, conduct a research at our end. And our agenda as lawyers was to, collate as much evidence before we take any legal action. Our aim was to ensure that there is corroborated evidence, and for which we looked for publicly available data. And we in fact went through the government's website, the Delhi state government's website, which is called edudel.nic.in. And on that platform, we found that there is a lot of data discrepancy. Either there is a lot of data discrepancy, honestly, or there is some issue with the claims and facts that is being made. So, for example, one of the data that is very, very, eye-opening for us was where we found that there were around 45 schools, which constitutes around 36,600 students around, where the data for the number of teachers present there or the number of students in the so where the data, with respect to the number of teachers present in that school and the number of classrooms or buildings didn't exist. So, there is data जहाँ पे हम ये देख सकते हैं कि buildings नहीं हैं, buildings में not applicable लिखा हुआ है, teacher के data पे not applicable लिखा हुआ है, लेकिन student present के data पे 1000 students का number दे रखा है, 1000 students, 1200 students. तो अब ये एक क्लरिकल एरर है, ये एक डेटा एरर है, या फिर एक पब्लिक को फ्रॉड करने का स्कीम है, ये हमें होपफुली PIL में जो हमने फाइल किया है उसके थ्रू पता चलेगा. एंड अनदर थिंग दैट वी फाउंड वाज दैट द डेटा चेंजेस every day at 12 a.m. रात में automatically the data refreshes itself. So I'm guessing this is some data which is being fetched very frequently and is being updated either automatically or through some process or through some backend process, and which is what we would want to basically request the court to inquire and investigate into.
Like, what is the nature of the financial discrepancies in the budget allocation, especially regarding the teacher recruitment and classroom construction? You mentioned that around 45 schools in Delhi are functioning without teachers, and
Right.
and your research also clearly shows that more than 36,000 students are studying without no teacher. And
Right.
also, as per the reports, like 80% of Delhi schools don't have principal.
Right.
So, how does the government justify continued expenditure in such cases?
See, that is the question that we need to get answers to. That is the PIL. If you see, we have sought a judicial inquiry into this. We filed a writ of mandamus where we request the High Court to direct directions to where the government is being investigated. Now, the data discrepancy is very obvious. Mr. Shubh has again, like I said, the data about the discrepancy in the budget allocation is more, it has been found out to be more through his data. तो इस क्वेश्चन को आंसर करने के लिए we will have to go through the data that he has given. But what I can say here is that around 25% of budget has been allegedly allocated to the education, of the state, the education policies and education infrastructure and all of that. But as of right now, the results look dismal. They look very, very, far from reality. Because if that kind of money has been allocated, then either that kind of money has not been allocated and it is just a false allegation, or that kind of money has been allocated and it has not been put to good use. Those are the two conclusions that we can very safely, arrive to at this point. Which one of them?
PIL alleges that manipulation of performance statistics to hide systematic failures. What kind of evidence do you have to support these claims?
So, systematic failures, I mean, are evidence. There have been more than, X number of reports and RTIs that other platforms and individuals have also kind of procured. RTIs have been filed and there has been responses. There are videos that you can see where, there are videos of how a building looks like. There are videos where people have been interviewed and they have told, they have mentioned about the kind of infrastructure facilities they're getting, the kind of sanitation facilities that are there for
Yes.
especially for girl children. So we can very safely assume that there is something amiss. Now, whether there is something amiss or not, it is not an allegation that we are putting at this point. It is merely a investigative inquiry that we are putting. And like I said, the data in itself is available. I mean, अगर आप 1000 बच्चों का स्कूल बना रहे हैं और वेबसाइट पे लिखे हुए हैं कि 1000 बच्चों का स्कूल है और ये वेबसाइट रोज अपडेट होती है जैसे मैंने बताया, तो इस वेबसाइट पे इनफैक्ट आइडिया बहुत अच्छा है क्योंकि आप रोज देख सकते हैं कि एक स्कूल में 500 बच्चे प्रेजेंट हैं, 300 बच्चे एब्सेंट हैं। वो डेटा उतना डिटेल्ड है ये डेटा। तो मैं ये मान के चलूंगी कि आज की डेट में डेटा गलत तो नहीं हो सकता, बिकॉज डेटा इज a very very important aspect of our life today. So if that data shows that there are 500 students in a school but there is zero teacher, how does that work, right? मतलब टीचर भी नहीं है, टॉयलेट भी नहीं है, क्लासरूम भी नहीं है, बट बच्चे हैं। तो नहीं तो फिर ये डेटा, फिर अगर ये डेटा गलत है तो उनकी वेबसाइट में जो 1200-1100 स्कूल्स दे रखे हैं उनमें सबका डेटा गलत है। और अगर गलत है तो गलत डेटा कैसे चला सकते हैं आप एक सरकारी वेबसाइट पे, है ना? मतलब उस पे लोग रिलाई कर रहे हैं, उस पे लोग जाके देख रहे हैं आपकी परफॉर्मेंस है। हम एक डेमोक्रेसी में रहते हैं। डेमोक्रेसी में सरकार को लोग अकाउंटेबल होल्ड करने के लिए उनसे इन्फॉर्मेशन चाहते हैं। और अगर आपकी खुद की वेबसाइट पे इन्फॉर्मेशन गलत दे रखा है तो फिर एक आम इंसान क्या करे फिर? मतलब हाउ डज अ नॉर्मल सिटीजन ऑफ दिस कंट्री फाइंड आउट? एवरीबडी कैन नॉट गो एंड फाइल एन आरटीआई एंड गेट इन्फॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट। They will rely on the news articles and the data that is being present on the website of the government itself.
Your PIL also claims that there is unequal resource distribution between the marginalized and elite areas. Can you share some specific examples of such disparities and what impact do you think they have on the students and unprivileged backgrounds?
Absolutely. So, in fact, this disparity is again very, very much evident from the work that we have seen, from the research that we have seen. The kind of amount or the kind of funds that have been allocated to, areas which are generally known to be more dense in marginalized population have been allocated much lesser resources. Schools there don't have science schools for science streams, for example. So this presumption, and this is a very stark difference. Like if you see a South Delhi school or a much, a more developed school in a more developed area, you will see that there is a good amount of allocation of funds, and B, there is science streams हैं, schools अच्छे बने हुए हैं। अब अगर हमने एक स्कीम चलाई है जहाँ पे हम एक मॉडल स्कूल बनाना चाह रहे हैं और मॉडल स्कूल हम ऐसे जगहों पे बना रहे हैं जहाँ पे ऑलरेडी 50 साल से 70 साल से मोर देन परफेक्ट स्कूल्स चल रही हैं, तो ये मतलब दिस इज नॉट समथिंग दैट इज कमेंडेबल और रिवॉर्ड वर्दी। जी, मतलब हमारा काम तब अच्छा होगा जब हम ऐसे जगह पे जाके स्कूल्स बनाएंगे जब हमने जहाँ पे स्कूल्स एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करते हैं या जहाँ पे बहुत बुरी हालत है स्कूल्स की। तो फंड एलोकेशन का डिस्क्रिपेंसी भी बहुत ऑब्वियस है। वो भी मतलब शुभ जी की डेटा में भी दिखेगा और अदरवाइज भी बहुत सारी रिपोर्ट्स हैं, न्यूज आर्टिकल्स हैं जिन पे आप देख सकते हैं कि देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ डिस्कशन ऑन दैट एज वेल ऑन द फंड एलोकेशन।
Your PIL mentions that only 273 out of more than 1,000 schools of Delhi are equipped with sanitary pad distribution system. How do you think this neglect impact girl child education, health, and dignity in the long run?
Honestly, it's again a very, very upsetting scenario. As a young female, young child, it is already a big difference and a big change that happens in your life when you start menstruating. And to not give or provide sanitation or sanitary, proper sanitary help to girls at that age will probably stigmatize them, for a very long time in their lives. And according to data that we have seen, बहुत सारी ऐसी छात्राएं हैं जो कि who have to take absent who have to be absent because of this reason. It's called menstrual absenteeism. तो उसमें भी बहुत issues है वो mindset एक बन जाना कि when I am in my periods, I cannot go to school because I may not have sanitary conditions, or the bathroom may not be clean. And, to miss 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days of school every month is absolutely, absurd. मतलब आज के ज़माने में ये नहीं होना चाहिए. ये शायद 2 सेंचुरी 3 सेंचुरी पहले होता तो फिर भी हम जी लेते, but अभी आज के ज़माने में the way things have been moving, this is absolutely something that shouldn't have happened. So it's definitely going to stigmatize and create a lot of trauma in the minds of young girls.
Like, have you ever tried to engage any Delhi government official regarding these irregularities, and any Delhi government official or any minister has ever responded to the PIL allegations?
Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, we were a little, tight for time this time. We haven't been able to. We have tried to communicate with a few people, but because they haven't responded yet, we won't be able to, comment on it. Communicate तो हमने कोशिश की है करने की. हमने अपने एंड पे रिसर्च भी और डिटेल में भी शुरू कर दिया है, लेकिन अभी तक कुछ ऐसा रिस्पॉन्स नहीं मिला है.
What legal provisions or constitutional rights are being violated according to your PIL, especially in the context of RT, right to education?
I mean, I think I would say right to life is being violated. Right to education is definitely already, being affected. But right to life is being violated by the virtue of the fact that, when you are asking a human being, an individual, a child, to be in a school premises for, let's say, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, and they're not given proper sanitary conditions, and, they're not being educated properly, they're not being directed properly, disciplined properly, that is definitely something that is, a life changing situation. तो मैं तो बोलूंगी कि right to life है. आज के डेट में right to education is equivalent to right to life. And even in fact, the aspect of discrimination that is happening, that is also, on the basis of a zone, or a basis of caste, or a basis of marginalized community, that is again in itself a massive violation of constitutional rights.
Like, and what specific judicial interventions or corrective measures are you seeking through this PIL to address these?
So honestly, at this stage, we are only seeking an inquiry. We only want everybody to look into it. We only want more information to come out of it. Like I said, we are not leveling any allegations, but we are trying to bring out the truth. And if there is any allegation, then we would want some strict actions to be taken, because Delhi is देश का center है. इस देश में दिल्ली मतलब सारे शहरों, like all cities look up to Delhi in a way. तो अगर दिल्ली का education अच्छा नहीं रहेगा, I mean, I am not from Delhi. I have come to Delhi for my education. A lot of people here come to Delhi for their education, their livelihood, their lives are dependent on, the system of Delhi. So we have this city works a lot on migrant population as well, and everybody expects a certain level of education and sanitation and governance in Delhi. So that is all we are seeking from the court to direct a judicial inquiry and look into it, and then they are more than educated and expert in this to decide on which direction to take it in.
Thanks for speaking to organizer.